Now, I've done most of my videos on bead weaving techniques. I'm also starting to do stringing techniques and some basic wire work techniques. We're going to have some knotting videos come up. But the other thing that I'm known for is Kumihimo. And so I do have a series of Kumihimo videos coming out. I've got so much content coming your way, you just can't even believe it. And I do keep my eye on what's happening in the Kumihimo world because I love Kumihimo. And I'm going to say about maybe 5 years ago, I should have looked this up. I think it was about 5 years ago, a book on doing Kumihimo with wire came out. Great book, but it was a little hard to understand the techniques in some of them. Some of the projects were very avant-garde and not necessarily as wearable in everyday life as we would all like them to be. I did spend some time teaching Kumihimo with wire because I like the technique so much. And I did have dreams one day of writing a book with projects of Kumihimo with wire. And of course, I just have no time these days. I have so many books up here in my head. Anyway, so somebody else did it for me, and that's what I'm so excited about. This book came in the mail the other day. It is called Kumihimo Wirework Made Easy. It's by Christina Larsen, and she has got these great projects in this book, and I was so thrilled to see them because I think every single one of them is super wearable. She's also using techniques with her Kumihimo with wire that are more simple than the original Kumihimo with wire book was. So I'm really pleased with this book, and so I wanted to tell you guys about it because if you're looking for new challenges in Kumihimo, this is going to be a great addition to your library and to your techniques. So let me bring you in, and I want to show you a little bit closer here some of the designs. Here are some of the beautiful bracelet designs. They've stacked them up on the cover. There are 20 designs in here. Christina has done things, I mean, look at that necklace. I was going to say, she's got sections where you're adding beads into the projects. So she starts out with tools and materials, and then she goes into basic wire stuff, basic techniques. One of the things that's interesting about this book, and I wanted to point this out to everybody, is she has done all of these projects on the square Kumihimo loom, which is different, of course, than the round loom. So you want to make sure that if you plan on doing the projects in this book, you're going to want to make sure that you get one of the square looms also. And I do sell those on my website at Jill Wiseman Designs. Braid structures. So here are just kind of the basic braiding techniques that she uses. How to finish things off. She's got a whole technique, a whole section on finishing them because that's always a really big deal with Kumihimo with wires, how to do the elegant finishes. And then we get into the projects. And so she's done things like mixing both gauge and color of wire. So this one happens to be mixing a 22 gauge and a 26 gauge wire, which is great. That's one other thing. The former Kumihimo with wire book, it was all done with really fine gauges, like 28, 30, 32 gauge. Look at how cool this is, how this joins together. And there's a whole group of projects. Yes, this is one of my favorite, the Infinity Bracelet, how she has taken this braid and split it apart and then brings it back together again. How gorgeous is that? Anyway, to go back to what I was saying, the previous book used really, really super fine gauges of wire, and you had to use multiple strands to make a single spot on your loom. Here, she's using larger gauges of wire, so 22, 20, she does go down to 26, so this is another one of my favorite. Look at how cool these earrings are, and doing that inner diameter thing. Just love it. That's kind of a Peruvian threading idea. There's the infinity necklace. Some cool earrings, and that would be a gorgeous pendant also. So here's a variation where you're adding some beads. That's another thing that she does a really nice job of, the waterfall earrings. Again, this would be a gorgeous pendant as well. And then here is the variation where you're adding beads to those wires in the center. So I think that's a really interesting innovation. Here you're using that same technique to make the loops. Like I said, everything is really super wearable. Look at how cute these chandelier earrings are. So this is the whole section on projects where you've added beads into it. And then the last section is, wait, I think there's one more section. Maybe I'm just, oh, I love these, because of course, you know, me and crystals, I mean, hello. I think I'm gonna have to make that for sure. Yes, oh yes, the leather and wire section. This is another one. I absolutely love her use of having a whole set of projects dedicated to this, using the lacing for kind of a corset kind of look here. And that's exactly what she calls these earrings, the corseted earrings. So, like I said, I have not, I will admit, I have not actually made any of the projects in this yet. I absolutely intend to, because I think that it is, I'm really impressed. I actually, okay, so here's my secret confession. I bought it and really didn't want to like it, because I really thought that, you know, whatever I would have come up with would have been better. But the truth is, Christina Larsen, I love your book. I love your projects. You did great. I highly recommend it, and it'll be a great resource for those of you guys who want to do more Kumihimo and you're looking for new challenges. Hope this helps you out. You can actually buy a lot of the materials for these projects, the wire, the findings, the beads, of course, at JillWisemanDesigns.com. Thanks so much.